On your paper, you have a border that I have already sketched out. I want you to split that into squares so that it looks more like a quilt for the edge of our Faith Ringgold drawing, and you'll just do that in pencil. So now that you've sketched out your border, you're going to use oil pastels to fill in that border and make it look more like a quilt. I wanted to trace that edge just so that it stood out a little bit. Don't feel like you have to do that, but you're going to fill in something in every square. You can repeat things, so you'll notice I'm doing the same thing in all the corners just to make those match. And you can do different patterns. You could even do like the same pattern with a different color just to make it look a little bit different. It's up to you how you want to do it. And notice I'm tracing the edges of my box too, just kind of to separate them. You don't have to do that, but I do think if you trace all those pencil lines, it's going to look nicer so that you've got a line dividing each section like you would be able to see that in a quilt. Now that I'm done with my oil pastel, I am going to paint over those squares to fill them in with watercolor. To make mine more simple, everywhere that I used the pink oil pastel, I chose to do blue paint so that I didn't have to think about what color I wanted where. You don't have to do that, but it is an option. It made it go a little bit quicker for me because I didn't have to think like, what color do I want to put here? It was really easy and it was kind of already laid out for me and made it really simple. Feel free to use whatever colors you want and try your best not to get them in the middle of your paper so that we don't have to fix that later before we do our drawing on the inside. So now that our border has dried, we are going to sketch out what you're choosing to fly over. So I'm doing everything in pencil first. I chose to make this look kind of similar to my parents' house. I thought it'd be fun to be flying over it, somewhere I like to go. And then once you've got everything drawn out the way you want it, make sure you draw a small person flying over it as well.